Have you ever stopped to think about how one tiny moment, one almost unnoticeable choice could completely rewrite your life? Maybe even your very existence. We're not just talking theories today. We're about to take a deep dive into the very real force of the butterfly effect.
Yeah, where these tiny, seemingly insignificant things kick off massive consequences, often life or death ones.
Exactly. So today we're going to explore a collection of chilling, true, personal stories where the smallest ripple created just an unimaginable wave.
And these aren't just like interesting anecdotes.
No, they're pretty stark reminders of how delicate reality can be, how easily a thread can just unravel or intertwine in unexpected ways.
What's fascinating here, I think, is how these stories show that we often just dismiss as random chance.
Yeah.
Well, it often carries this incredible weight, almost like destiny, but you only see it looking back.
Yeah, only in hindsight. It's an unsettling thought, isn't it?
Definitely.
Okay, so our first story takes us into one of the most dangerous jobs you can imagine, underwater welding back in the 90s.
Oh yeah, incredibly risky.
The mortality rate was something like 40 times the national average. I mean, just think about it. You're deep underwater, fixing pipelines, oil rigs, dams.
High pressure, low visibility.
Right. The pay was amazing, but for a very good reason. Divers faced, everything. Decompression sickness, getting electrocuted, drowning, being crushed, cognitive issues even.
The list just goes on.
But maybe the most terrifying threat, the one that really gets me, was something called delta P.
Delta P, differential pressure. Basically, a huge pressure difference between two bodies of water.
And what does that mean for a diver?
Well, if you're near an open valve or a prape, when delta P kicks in, it can literally suck you into it with incredible force.
Horrifying.
And the truly terrifying part is you can't see it. You can't feel it coming. There's almost no warning until it's way too late.
Like that Dolphin Bell incident people might remember?
Exactly. Where a diver was pulled through an opening basically the size of a clock face. It expelled his internal organs. That's delta P at its most horrific.
Just chilling to even think about that unseen force. So, okay, our narrator for this story was a seasoned underwater welder working in the Gulf of Mexico. He gets this job, a routine blockage clearance, something he could easily do alone. But this time, they pair him with a movie for training.
Right. Got to learn sometime, even in that environment.
So before they even get in the water, he asks the new guy, what brings you to this line of work? It's so dangerous.
Yeah, fair question.
And the newbie says, basically, pure chance. He'd been studying business at university, totally different path planned out.
Okay.
But during a final exam, he hits a 50-50 multiple choice question, couldn't decide, so he flips a coin.
Oh, wow.
And the coin, as he put it, betrayed him. Wrong answer. He fails the test by just 1 point.
1 point.
Gets kicked out of the program. And he had some diving experience, so he figured commercial diving it is.
That's quite a turn.
Yeah.
A literal coin flip, redirecting his entire life into one of the world's most dangerous jobs.
Exactly. So they get in the water, the newbie goes ahead to clear the blockage, and then just like that, something goes horribly wrong.
Just delta P.
An unexpected, powerful surge. It grabs the newbie, sucks him right inside the pipe. Gone.
Oh, no.
They scrambled, shut off valves, but they knew it was too late. Instantly.
In the veteran.
Our narrator, he had to be the one to go in and retrieve the body.
Oh, man.
He said it wasn't his first retrieval, but it was definitely his last. He quit right after that contract, haunted by the pure dumb chance of it all.
That coin flip.
Yeah, that coin flip basically decided who lived and who died that day. Chilling.
It's truly chilling.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit. From the deep sea to something much more, mundane, but with equally huge consequences. A wardrobe choice.
Right. Seems trivial, but...
Imagine this. A young guy, he's heading out to a Metallica concert in Indianapolis with his friends. They're waiting outside for him.
Okay.
He goes to grab his Metallica t-shirt, his favorite one probably.
Yeah.
But he can't find it anywhere. Annoying, right? We've all been there.
Totally.
Yeah.
Rushing out the door, can't find the thing you want.
Exactly. So, not wanting to keep his buddies waiting, he just grabs another shirt. Impulsively. Throws on a Nirvana shirt instead. Doesn't give it a second thought.
Just gets dressed and goes.
Yep. They get to the concert. It's loud. They're having fun. Then some random woman comes up to him in the crowd.
Okay.
And she comments on his shirt, the Nirvana shirt. Says something like, she thinks the band is overrated.
Huh. Okay. Interesting conversation starter.
He thought she was attractive, so he tries this, he admits, kind of lame pickup line about hearing damage from the concert. A line he said usually bombed.
But this time.
This time, she was receptive. They hit it off, ended up hanging out for the rest of the show.
Nice.
So afterwards, he decides, he wants to stay and talk to her a bit longer, tells his friends, hey, you guys head back without me. I'll grab a cab later.
All right. So they leave.
They say their goodbyes. His friends drive off. He stays, talks with the woman. They connect, exchange numbers, plan to stay in touch. Eventually, he calls it a night, gets a cab home.
Sounds like a decent end of the night for him.
Yeah, until later that night when the news breaks.
Oh.
His friends, their car was involved in a massive collision on the highway heading back from the show.
No.
It was horrific. All three of them died instantly. The way he described it, one friend was just reduced to a red skid mark, and the empty seat where he would have been sitting was pierced through with sharp metal from the wreck. He wouldn't have stood a chance.
Wow. Saved by a shirt.
Saved because he couldn't find his Metallica shirt and grabbed the Nirvana one instead, sparking that conversation. And the real kicker.
It's that.
He found the Metallica shirt a few days later, hanging right there in his closet, plain sight, missed it in his rush.
That's just incredible, the dark irony of it all. A minor frustration, a random chat.
Yeah.
And he escapes certain death.
It really shows how close we can be to disaster without even knowing it, and how the tiniest little deviation, something totally unplanned, can save us.
Absolutely. Makes you pause, doesn't it?
It really does. I mean, a lost t-shirt. Crazy. Okay. Story number 3. This takes us back to the Vietnam War and the infamous tunnel rats.
Right, a truly terrifying role.
These were usually smaller soldiers. Our narrator's uncle, for instance, was 5'5". They were the ones sent into these super cramped, complex Vietcong tunnel systems underground.
Armed with basically just a pistol, a bayonet, and a flashlight.
Yeah, incredibly dangerous, pitch black, booby traps everywhere. The enemy knew the layout perfectly, lack of oxygen, just awful conditions.
Claustrophobic, doesn't even begin to cover it, often crawling on your stomach. A rifle was useless down there.
So this one day, his uncle and a buddy find a new tunnel entrance. They get nominated to go in, moving single file, deep inside, navigating this dark, tense maze.
Adrenaline must have been off the charts.
No doubt. Then they reach a fork. Tunnel goes left, tunnel goes right. They need to split up.
Okay, how do they decide?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Seriously? Down there?
Yeah. Seems kind of random, right? But here's where this chain of, totally unrelated events comes into play. It's amazing.
All right, lay it on me.
The day before, at mealtime, his uncle had a choice. Sit with his usual group of friends, or sit with a couple of other guys he didn't know as well.
Okay.
Turns out, he'd had a small argument with his regular buddies earlier. Something about an inappropriate joke regarding a picture of his girlfriend. He apparently had a thing for the larger lady, and they teased him.
Ah, okay, so a little falling out.
Yeah, so he decides to sit with the other group instead. Just a random choice based on being a bit annoyed.
Right.
And while he's talking to these new guys, one of them shares this weird little piece of trivia, a little fact, his uncle called it.
What was it?
That statistically, in rock, paper, scissors, people are more likely to throw rock first.
Huh. Okay, I've heard that one, actually. Interesting.
So, flash forward to the tunnel, him and his buddy facing the fork, about to play rock, paper, scissors.
And he remembers the statistic.
Exactly. That little fact pops into his head, so he thinks, okay, I'll throw paper.
And the buddy?
Threw rock.
Wow, the statistic worked.
The numbers game paid off. His uncle went left, the buddy went right.
Yeah.
His uncle went through his side, planted C4 charges on some structural points, got out safely. Felt like forever, but he made it.
And the buddy who went right?
Never came back.
Oh, God. What happened?
On the right path, Vietcong soldiers were hidden in these camouflaged crevices in the walls. As soon as the buddy passed, they impaled him with spears. No way to see them coming.
Jesus. So that argument about his girlfriend
led him to sit with different guys.
Who told him that statistic?
Which made him choose paper in that tunnel.
And saved his life. That's an incredible chain of events.
Yeah.
A disagreement, a social choice, a piece of trivia, all converging in a life or death moment.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? How many tiny things like that weave together in our own lives?
You just don't know at the time. It's mind-boggling.
Okay, let's move to our fourth story. And this one's set in an even bleaker place. Stalin's Siberian gulags.
Right. Essentially death camps for millions. Cold, disease, starvation, brutal overwork.
Life there was incredibly harsh. Constant violence, informers everywhere. Escape was almost impossible. Guards were ordered to shoot escapees on sight. They'd become inmates themselves if someone got away on their watch.
Survival often hinged on just meeting the timber-cutting quotas for tiny food rations.
And there was this unwritten rule, incredibly strict. You steal someone's bread ration, you die. Not by the guards. The other prisoners would kill you, often with axes. Brutal.
A desperate environment with its own savage code.
Into this hellhole, the narrator's granddad is sent. He was a critic of Stalin. So one day he wakes up and catches his young bunkmate stealing his tiny piece of bread.
Oh boy, in that environment, that's a death sentence for the kid.
Absolutely. His granddad was the only witness. All he had to do was say the word and the others would have killed the boy.
So what did he do?
He showed mercy, he kept quiet, pulled the boy aside later, gave him a stern warning never to do it again, but let him live.
Wow. An act of kindness in a place like that.
Yeah.
That takes something.
The boy was incredibly grateful, promised he'd never steal again.
Did he keep his word?
Seems so. Now fast forward a few months. Middle of the night, the same young man gently shakes the granddad awake, urges him, "Get up, come with me quickly, quietly."
Okay. Why?
Granddad's half asleep, starving, confused, but he follows him out into the freezing yard. They duck into a nearby shelter like a woodshed or something, and they watch.
Watch what?
Suddenly, guards burst into their bunkhouse.
Oh no, a raid!
Yeah, turns out several of the men in that bunkhouse had been secretly planning an escape. The guards found out.
And they blamed everyone.
They held the entire bunkhouse responsible. All 10 men inside were rounded up, marched out into the Siberian tundra, middle of the night.
And never came back.
Never seen again, assumed shot, or just left to freeze to death.
And the granddad survived because the young man woke him up.
Exactly. How did the young man know?
Good question.
Apparently, the boy had kind of cozied up to a few of the guards, maybe doing small favors, hoping for extra scraps of food, and one of them tipped him off. "Don't be in your bunk at this specific time tonight."
And he remembered the granddad's act of mercy.
He repaid the debt. A life saved months earlier by silence now saved his savior's life.
That's profound.
Yeah.
A single moral choice, an act of compassion in the most brutal circumstances imaginable, directly leading to survival later on.
It's the only reason his granddad survived the gulag, and as the narrator pointed out, the only reason the narrator himself exists today.
It really highlights how even small acts of kindness, especially when they cost something, can have these monumental, unforeseen returns. Humanity finding a way, even there.
Incredible story. Okay, our last one for today takes us to another huge historical event, but a very personal angle. The Titanic.
Ah, yes. The maiden voyage.
The narrator's great-grandfather was booked on it, third-class passenger, planning to make the whole trip.
Third class. They had the lowest survival rates by far when it hit the iceberg.
Yeah.
Deep in the ship, limited access to lifeboats.
Exactly. His chances would have been slim to none. But just before the Titanic reached Belfast, its last stop before crossing the Atlantic, his great-grandfather got sick, just felt unwell, didn't think it was serious, maybe a bad cold.
Okay.
But the ship's doctors or authorities, they wouldn't let him stay on board, worried about illness spreading. So he was forced ashore in Belfast. Against his will, probably pretty annoyed about it.
Wow. So he missed the final leg of the journey.
He missed the rendezvous with the iceberg. If he hadn't gotten sick, hadn't been forced off the ship, he would have been right there in third class when it went down, almost certain death.
Saved by a cold.
Saved by getting sick at exactly the right or wrong time, depending how you look at it. His family said when the news broke about the sinking, he read it in the paper and just collapsed right there in the street, crying, praying, overwhelmed by the sheer random luck of it all.
That really drives home how something inconvenient, something you'd normally curse getting sick, can become this completely unexpected life-saving intervention, pure chance dictating fate.
It's truly mind-blowing when you connect the dots on these stories, isn't it?
It really is.
All these accounts, they just powerfully showcase this sometimes terrifying power of the butterfly effect.
Tiny decisions, random coincidences, things that annoy us.
Yeah, like a lost shirt or getting sick. They can literally be the threads that determine whether we live or die. It highlights that tension, between the choice we make and pure dumb luck.
And it makes you reflect on your own life, doesn't it? How many unseen dangers might we have skirted? How many fortunate turns did we take based on something completely trivial at the time?
Exactly. Here's where it gets really interesting for me. Thinking about our own paths.
If we step back and look at the bigger picture, These accounts aren't just like thrilling stories. They really push us to think critically about cause and effect, about luck, about how interconnected things are.
It's not just about knowing facts, is it? It's about seeing these patterns, these implications.
Right. And appreciating the sheer complexity of it all. The number of tiny factors that steer us every single day.
So we really hope this deep dive into these, frankly, chilling, true butterfly effect stories has given you some new insights to chew on.
Maybe a new perspective on those small moments.
Yeah. Think about it. What insignificant moment in your life, looking back now, might have totally changed your path? Or maybe, just maybe even saved you? It's something to ponder.
Definitely food for thought.
Well, thank you for joining us on this exploration into the unseen currents of fate.
It's been fascinating.
If you found yourself captivated by these stories and insights, maybe give us a like or share this with someone else who might appreciate it.
And subscribing is always great. Ensures you won't miss our next deep dive.
Absolutely. Until next time, stay curious, stay aware, and try to remember just how interconnected everything truly is.